today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the New York Jets.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the New York Jets. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership. That's what he's trying to accomplish.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. 8 yards to go on second down. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game.
Down the numbers. There he goes.
Your helmet and give me a kiss next time.
All the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Jets are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
The drive starts with a completion left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. First carry for Josh Jacobs.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right?
No.
Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They're going to look to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Point after, right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. Fights through, and now a crease. 30, the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Josh Jacobs, 75 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
But listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. They'll set up a throw. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half, and you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 96 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets will extend their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks and no touchdown passes yet either. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. They go play action here on first down. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another completion there. You know, we think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1. You're fine with that. If you don't play well, it can be an albatross.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You guys have been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL.
Save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
He'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he's brought down. A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
And they give this time to the tailback. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Jets have recovered. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less, that's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Hands it off out of the gun. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Going right side here, and that's complete. Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the...
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Chuba Hubbard, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll bring up a second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And his throw's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 17. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
A gain of 3, second down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the fourth quarter now. And the Cowboys now, they've opened things up in that one. A win would be their first of the young season. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Second and 5. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quinnen Williams. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jets, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.